the show's premiered, and I feel like I really struggled.
Yeah.
Just because, like, yeah, it comes with a lot of guilt, and, like, I feel guilty for, like, getting this privilege with all that, you know? It just feels like I just feel guilt with it, so it's been hard.
So social media is loving this show. How does it feel to know that the audience is receiving this so well?
Feels
Good.
Yeah.
Good for once, I feel like. For me, I've had some bad headlines out there, so this is, like, really, it's different, and it feels, like, so good, and, like, my parents are, like, proud for once, and so, like, they're not, I'm like, I'm just thankful. I'm thankful.
I think we're all shocked too. Like,
And,
I
yeah,
feel like we're
shocked,
in
but I didn't know it was
shock.
gonna
Like,
be
it
this much
doesn't
of a buzz.
feel like it's like a huge buzz. Like, I think we're just in disbelief, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like our normal lives, and so
Yeah.
like we're surprised that everyone's so intrigued by it.
Yeah, and we're like, I mean, we do TikTok, so like we're on there, and everything is the show. We're like, oh my gosh, like,
Yeah.
it's just shocking.
It's just
cool.
crazy.
Yeah.
You talking to your mom outside in one of the first scenes we meet her.
Yeah.
You're literally all of us when we have to tell our mom something. Like, it brought me back to, like, high school when I was like, Mom.
Yeah.
Awkward, anxious.
Yes. But do you guys have a favorite dramatic moment on the show?
I have yet to see it, so I don't know. But I think the first episode is crazy to me because I'm like literally like, who is that? Like I'm watching like someone else.
Yeah.
And it's me, and it's really crazy to me. So when I'm going on there, I'm just like my smirky little like, I don't know. And I was like, what am I doing? And I was like giddy with her.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like the most shocking thing, like I don't think I have a favorite, like I don't know if I would say they're favorites. I think what was most shocking was the Park City trip we went on. Like I remember that weekend being like, what is in the water? Like, or what's in the air? Like, what is...
everyone was fighting.
Because they show a little bit of it, but like there were so many more fights that happened that trip that like weren't in the final edit. And like, so like it was the craziest, longest trip of my life.
Oh gosh.
Couldn't wait to get home.
That got
it was
tough.
It was rough.
It was fun though to watch.
Yeah.
I won't lie.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah.
Like I was like so like pregnant and tired, but like everyone was going at it, and even I had my part, but like it was fun.
It was like ping pong. Like
yeah.
Like I was like, what's happening?
Not only that, but I think I was out of the loop on a lot of drama. So like for
Right.
me, it was like new stuff everywhere, like coming at each other, and I was like, what is this?
It was crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so we got to go back to the beginning a little bit.
Okay.
Taylor, you initially exposed the soft swinging on your TikTok. You shared what had been going on. Were you surprised at people's reactions?
Yes. Yeah, I didn't think it'd be a big deal either. I didn't think that would be. So for me, I thought like, okay, a little bit of my dirty laundry was coming out. I was going to come out, clear the air, life goes on. That was my thought.
Yeah.
It went viral. Like the story, like my live. Like my live, I was literally just with my hair. I had no idea, like barely talking. I thought I'd talking to like maybe 2,000 people.
Yeah.
70,000 jumped on, and like that live is everywhere now. It's like, I just wish I would have known. Yeah. So no, I had no idea that that was gonna happen, and yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you break down exactly what soft swinging is?
Yes. Okay, so I will say I did not come up with the term soft swinging, but I said this earlier today. I would just like to say that I feel like it was more inexperienced, open up our relationship people. Like I wouldn't even call us swingers, you know? That's what it is now, but it's basically where you just are intimate with other couples, but you're not fully switching partners. Swingers, it's a real thing, and you switch partners. Like, you know, you share your spouse.
Okay. That clarity is helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was clarified already, but maybe not still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maci, on the show, Taylor says that you're one of the only people she can confide in. What is your bond like between you two?
I feel like once her scandal came out, like we got closer, and I think I realized that we were more like alike than we thought. Like we really don't care about people's opinions. Like I feel like we're both pretty strong-minded, and so I feel like we kind of just bonded right off the bat. And so I feel like I'm like not a judgmental person either. So I feel like, and I had some past relationships that could have been a little bit similar. So like I feel like we both felt comfortable talking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it could be for you because you felt comfortable enough to confide in me too, you know?
Yeah, no, I thought she was a great friend and was listening, and she's blunt. I like that. She was honest. It was harsh, and it was like people can either take that, you know, wrong, but I think that's like a good friend.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a household like that. As you can see, my mom is very blunt and honest.
I love your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a lot like Mayci, I would say. Like,
Yeah.
they're just very like blunt people, and I feel like that's hard to hear and accept, but those are the people that are looking out for you. So.
And that's how I grew up too, like very blunt, like tough love and stuff. And so I think it's why I like her too, 'cause like we both like are the same way. We're both blunt. And it's like we could just give it to each other and understand where it's coming from.
So you shared and you were honest about what you thought of Dakota. Where do you stand with Dakota now? Have you worked out your differences?
I don't know if we've worked him out. I think we just like have to. We have to see each other.
Yeah, we're on this trip together.
Yeah.
With Mayci, so. Yes.
It's the first time seeing each other after the show came out, but I feel like in person we like vibe pretty well. It was just like kind of like when we're not together, like because you know she would confide in me, and then I'm like, Taylor, like what's going on? And so I feel like it's why there's been issues. Have we worked him out? Probably not, but like I feel like we're fine. We're in a decent spot. I would say. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about that?
My mouth is sealed. We gotta get a season 2, and then you'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like our leverage. Well, I guess with like we're hoping like we don't know.
Yeah, you'll have to wait and see.
Did you know about that last episode before it aired?
I did because Mayci did like ask permission. She's talked about it a little bit where it was cut
Yeah,
out,
it got cut out, but I asked her permission to call her because like, I would never overstep a boundary like that and just straight up call her. So I asked for her permission, and she said, yeah.
I was okay with it. I know, Dakota obviously wasn't like a fan of it, and but I was like, if there's nothing to hide there, by all means, give her a call.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
A lot of people on TikTok, as you guys see, there's so many rumors swirling right now. One of them is about Michaela and her being with, that she was 16 when she got pregnant and her husband was 21. Can you shed any light on this?
You would be the person.
I mean,
you're her best friend.
I mean, there's not much to say really. Like, she gets a lot of like heat for it and stuff. That was just a situation at the time. Like, they're very happy. They've been married for like over 6 years now. They're happy. They're thriving. So it's like, what do you want her to do about it? Like, what can you do about it? Like, they're in love, and that's all that matters. So yeah.
And they shocked me though because they're like, I think they, it was so new and she was so young, and they're like so happy now, and they're like a couple that me and Dakota like want to aim towards. Like, they're very just like, you can tell they love each other and they love their kids and they're all about each other, and I feel like that's like a goal we like to see, and it's just crazy because they started out, pretty in a tough spot. Like,
totally.
For sure.
So I don't know.
Obviously, you are all Mormon. Are you still in the Mormon church?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any fears about what people in your community might think after they see this show?
No, I think better. I think better now that it's out and they can watch the show and then kind of give their judgment. I've only heard good things now.
But I feel like we both don't really care what people think. Like, you can think what you want, but like my relationship with Christ is personal. Like, it's not about you, and like my relationship in the church isn't about you. So I don't care what you have to say. So.
I think it's overall been so good though.
Yeah,
but
it's been great.
You know what? Maybe we don't know yet. It's like out there waiting for us.
They're not gonna say it to our face regardless. And then
Right.
it's gonna be in online or in group messages or whatever. So who cares?
Okay. Do you worry at all about your kids seeing the show one day?
Okay, going along with what we were talking about, I have felt guilt with the show coming out. Like, I feel like maybe that's why I haven't seen it yet, because obviously I didn't want my daughter in the room watching it. It's like a lot of my dirty laundry. But I do think there's going to be a day where they're old enough to explain, like, yes, this is what I did, this is what I learned. I'm going to tell you what I went through, so you never maybe have to go down that road of like anything as simple as drinking, right? Like, a lot of my bad mistakes were with drinking. So it's like, here's all the information, and they're, at the end of the day, they're going to do whatever they want, just as we as kids did whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
And you make that decision. So here's what happened, and I'm here if you need me.
Yeah.
And own those mistakes so they can feel comfortable when they've done something wrong and they're feeling that guilt to come tell you.
Yeah.
Because as you see, I struggle with my mom or anyone to say anything because I'm like so scared.
Yeah.
So I feel like I want to take a different approach of like, I've messed up. I'm here for you to help you.
Yeah.
These are the consequences you might go through if you decide to do that.
Yeah.
You know.
We see on the show your arrest. It's a hard episode to watch. You express a lot of guilt over it. Have you forgiven yourself for that night yet?
No. I would say no. I think I struggle, with that.
Yeah.
You're so hard on yourself, Taylor. Watching the show back, I just want to hug you. You're too hard on yourself.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It made me want to cry because we all make mistakes. And seeing you beat yourself up continuously, I just felt it was not warranted.
Yeah, sorry. We had like a conversation with like my family, which would have been entertaining because my dad just came over after the show premiered.
Yeah.
And he was like, we were talking about it, and he's like, you have to forgive yourself, like, or you're never gonna move on, because like the show's premiered, and I feel like I really struggled. Just because like, yeah, it comes with a lot of guilt, and like I feel guilty for like getting this privilege with all that, you know. It just feels like I just feel guilt with it, so it's been hard. But my parents like, you just gotta forgive, like it's the past, like you've redeemed yourself, you've gotten better. So I'm like trying to go with that. But yeah, it's such a hard topic. Like I get emotional every time. So yeah, I think I'm not over it.
Yeah.
As like how, as a mother, like you're reminded of it a lot, you know, too. So
Yeah. I understand. Well,
sorry, didn't mean to get emotional.
No, you're allowed to get emotional.
Topic just doesn't get easy.
It's very hard to expose your life in the way both of you have done and the whole cast has done. So, you know, as a viewer, it actually makes the show a lot more relatable because you're being honest. So you shouldn't apologize for those real feelings. But moving on to Vegas, ladies.
New subject.
Vegas was like a ride, like a lot going on with the Chippendales. Jen and Zach, where are they after Zach gave her such a hard time?
You know, it's hard to say. I think they're kind of going through it with the show coming out and watching it back. But I don't want to speak for them on any of this, but it definitely has been probably like a hard ride for them. But I know they're really like working on their relationship, doing therapy. So I think they're doing all the right steps to hopefully like, you know, fix everything that's happened.
Yeah, things are so triggering. And I feel like not only to the couple, but, you know, their families are watching it. And so I know it's obviously, you affected my family, not like badly, but I'm sure they're getting their families and they're trying to talk to them through things. And
hard.
Yeah, I don't know where they're at today, so we'll see. But we're hoping the best for her. I think she's on her way here to New York.
Oh, she is? I don't even know.
So.
Is Jennifer Affleck making an appearance?
J-Lo, baby.
Yeah, I thought so. I think she's on her way. Some of the cast members are coming. So.
Guys, the headline for that is so funny. Like, so people are obsessed with this connection.
We told her to lean in.
Yeah,
we said lean into it, keep doing all the J-Lo sounds on TikTok. And like every time she does it, it's like it gets reposted by like big news stations.
It's so good. Do you know if anyone in his family talks to like Ben, if there is any no. Okay, so Ben Affleck woke up one day and was like, who?
Yeah,
like a third cousin down.
Yeah, it's like a third cousin or something like that. Like it's like an ancestor at this point, right? Like
All right, okay. Whitney is obviously a little bit on the outs, is where we left off. We left off with Whitney a little bit on the outs.
Yeah.
So Mayci, you were really close to her still at that time.
Yeah.
Is she coming back to MomTok?
I don't think so. I mean, I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't really know. I feel like she hasn't really been talking to anyone right now, so it's hard to say, but
she's going through it.
She's, we feel bad. She's going through it online pretty bad. Like, not pretty bad, it's really bad. Yeah. And so we feel for her.
We're here for her if she wants us. I think right now she needs space, and that's okay, but we're here, and I've told her that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Did you ever really get to the bottom, Taylor, of her beef with you?
No. At the end of the day, I think I just was a friend that didn't try hard enough, and I didn't show her effort, and I said I apologize for that, but like at the end of the day, I also told her I can't be the friend you want me to be, because I choose, you know, my family right now, and so if you need that consistent friendship, like that's not what you're gonna get from me.
Yeah.
But I'll always be your friend and cordial, and I'm just not in a best friend phase right now. Like I can't keep up with it.
Yeah. Has anyone made content with Whitney since the show?
No, but I want to.
I'm
like, let's
the show.
do it. I'm just like, ride this way. Like it's okay, Whit. You know? I don't know.
I feel like if she were to talk to anyone, it'd probably be you, because you've been in her shoes.
Yeah.
As far as like being like a villain, you know, and like getting a ton of hate online, you know.
People are really framing Whitney as the villain. What is your take on that?
I mean, I think while filming, I definitely didn't see that. Like, I think watching the edit back, then you can see certain things. You're like, oh, okay, I see how it's painted this way. Like, because we're not seeing her interviews, you know? Like, we're not. And I feel like a lot of times you forget things when you film them, too, and, like, what was said. And, like, so it was interesting to see, I guess. And interesting to see people's takes online as well. Because I feel like people run with things, you know?
Yeah, I can only feel for her because I've been in her exact shoes, and that sucks, and it will really mess with you mentally. And I feel like, yes, to us and maybe everyone else, it's not that deep, but to her, going through that right now, it's very deep, and you just know that it's not good for your mental health, regardless of how she's acting out.
Yeah.
Like when I was doing my TikToks humorous, I was still hurting so bad inside. So it's like you can cover it that way, but I know how she's probably truly feeling. So I feel like as of now, all we can do is be like, we're here for you, even though she might not like me or us right now.
Yeah.
Just to be a friend.
Yeah.
Because she needs one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any regrets about anything on the show?
I honestly should say yes, but I'm gonna go with no.
I can't think of anything major.
But maybe I should see this show first, you know? And then
She's like, I have to watch this
Yeah.
show.
I'm like saying
Yeah.
no, and I literally haven't seen it.
Okay.
But maybe the first episode. It was a little crazy, I feel like.
The first episode.
Dakota's TikToks have been really funny since the show came out because clearly he watched.
Oh, he
Definitely
binged
did.
it without me all night. I was bugged. I was like, you watched our show without
Yeah.
Without me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too good. But we have to talk about the Botox laughing gas.
Oh.
It is so funny.
Okay, someone was talking about that. Tell me about it.
Oh, it was so
Maisie?
good. Yeah.
Tell us about the Botox laughing gas.
Just to clarify, because everyone's like, why would you get laughing gas with Botox? I was like, I normally never do, but like,
Why not?
It was free. I was like, sure, I'll do it. Like, why not do it for the plot?
Yeah.
So I got Botox laughing gas, had a great time. You know, what they cut, I was so mad they cut this out because there was one part where like Jen is having this like super serious conversation with, they're like so deep, and I just looked at their faces, and I think it's because they were so serious. I just busted up laughing and like interrupted the whole conversation because I couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
But they cut that out. I was like, that was so funny. But yeah, it was a good time.
I love that. Well, for my lips, they'll offer it, and I'm like, absolutely.
Of
like,
course.
You're just sitting in there, and it feels so good.
Yeah.
And it relaxes you.
And you just feel happy. I just love
I know.
it. I feel like I'm in a
All
good
our
mood the rest of
problems
the
are away
day.
for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's so good.
So season 2 is hopefully coming. You guys can confirm that MomTok is still intact right now.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
the goal. I mean, I would hope. I know we're busy right now, but I think if things slow down, but hopefully Hulu will give us a second season.
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna get us all drinking soda.
Yes.
And going to get Botox and plastic surgery
Yeah.
just for some.
It's Utah for you, literally.
You'll have to come to our med spa and get Botox with us.
You can
with
describe Utah 3 words: Mormon, swig, and like
med spa.
self-care,
Botox.
everything.